Hi, everyone, and welcome yet again to another episode on the Unique Light podcast with me, Yannick, the one and the only. I hope you guys are doing super fantastic on this beautiful day that we have in front of us. The sky is so blue. Sure. Hope you guys are okay. You guys are taking it easy. And yeah, man, take it easy. Life is hard, but just take it easy, one step at a time, one verse at a time, one prayer at a time. For today's episode, we're going to be having heartfelt moments with Yannick. Yes, we also going to go into the Bible, but yeah, it's what I like to call heartfelt moments with Yannick. Yeah, no, today's topic is a heavy one. It's a it's a hectic one. So last night I went to like a prayers. What do you call these things? A prayer meeting. Yeah, I went to a prayer meeting at the church, a newly founded church here in our community. And basically, it was not like a prayer meeting, but it was more like the setting was more of a support group vibe. So the speaker was basically just talking about how parents should stop wanting to save the world and they should start saving their children. Yeah, is that not deep? Is that not deep? And basically, the topic was just going around how um it was just yeah it was just going around how parents should put themselves in their children's shoes because unfortunately um they are raising children in a very different generation. They are raising children in a time where there's cell phones and all those things, and when they grow up they might have not been exposed to all those things. They are raising children who have access to a lot of information and all those things, and it could be a thing of where if you as a parent you fail to um you fail to raise your child, or you fail to be there, or you fail to be present for your child, the world will raise your child for you. Unfortunately, yet again. And it's been something that I've actually been thinking about. Like, how, if you have to think of it, like, why is it that most of the time the pastor's children, the pastor's kids are the ones that, or the people that are active in church, like very active in church, it's their children that act up the most. It's their children that the behavior is just otherwise, the lifestyle is just otherwise. Yet again, is not the way that you would think that well, your mom is an elder in church, so you would act this way and this way, or your father is a pastor, um but now probably you using drugs, or they their children end up being so consumed by the world. Like, why is it? Like, I thought of that a few weeks ago, and it's like why is that the case? And it's seriously because um parents are too focused on saving the world instead of saving their own children. You would find that a stranger you'd find that a stranger or someone in the street, someone you don't even know, man, they feel so comfortable with having a conversation with your mom or your dad, that they can pour their hearts out to your mom and your dad, and you cannot have that conversation with your mom. The exact same conversation you would not dare, because it's either they have built up a wall, yeah, they've built up a wall against you, or yeah, they've just built up some sort of wall that you as their child cannot even break through. Or yeah, but like they basically protect themselves, and they like the children are these dangerous human beings. But with people from the world, with external people, they are the softest people around. They are just so welcoming. You know what I'm talking about. And it's like, why? Like, why can't I, as your child, come to you and have that deep conversation with you, but some random person can. You give the love that I so wish to get from you as a parent, a random person can get from you. And it would be effortlessly. It would something that come by so effortlessly. Yeah, no, this is a very it's a very deep conversation, guys. It's a very, very, very deep conversation. And I think um the aim of me wanting to create this episode or recording this episode is just for parents to basically, as the title will say of this episode, stop saving the world and start saving your children. Because as I said earlier on, if you fail, like, look at it like this now. That very stranger that is getting comfort from your mother or your father, they can't get it from their parents. Nah, they can't get it from your parents. So now, if your parents were people who were like, let's say they are not church going people, they don't know Jesus and all those things. um Imagine what sort of comfort that person would give that child. That person would take advantage of that child because that child is vulnerable. That child wants that safe space. I think also that's why we have this high rate right now of blessers and all those things, because young girls and even boys now, our young people, they that person provides them with comfort that they don't get at home, unfortunately. Because my father does not care about me, because my father, um I've last seen my father 3 years ago. I don't know where is he. And now all of a sudden, here is a 50-year-old with a nice house, nice car. At home is struggling financially. I have a lot of trauma that I need to go. And there's someone that is willing to listen. This 50-year-old who's married and has money is willing to listen to me. And that's where I get my comfort from. Now imagine just the vicious cycle. Just because my mom back at home refuses to open up to me, or my mom has built up walls to protect herself from me. Yeah, like, just imagine, yo, guys. Yeah, just imagine that. Think like that. Let that sink in for a minute. It is really so heartbreaking. It is so heartbreaking. As parents, let I won't say let us, because I'm not a parent, but please stop trying to save the world and save your children. You are you are so concerned about the drug addict 3 houses from here. Meanwhile, you don't know that your child has already started smoking weed. Your child is already on coke. Your child is already on crystal meth. You don't know that because you've never opened up to your child like that. You've never created that safe space for your child. Parents, baholo, please stop saving the world and save your children. Um, I wanted to read Proverbs, not Proverbs. I wanted to read Psalms 127, verse 3. It says, children are a gift from the Lord. They are a reward from a mother's body. This is the easy reading version. Let me just go and get another version for you. Because there's a word I'm looking for. There's a word that I'm looking for. Just give me a second. Let me go get it for you. Let me go get it for you. What do you say? Nah, man. A house. Or God has given you a specific gift. How are you taking care of that? How are you nurturing that gift? So how are you taking care of the gift, which is a child that God has given you? How are you making sure that you are nurturing that child to the best of your ability. How? That's a question for you as parents. Yeah, I think I'll leave it at that. So, thank you for listening. And I know this was an intense one, quite a hard pill to swallow. But, parents, stop saving the world and save your children. Because if you do not show up for them, if you do not provide that comfort, if you do not create that safe space for them, the world will. And the world will raise your children. And not everyone out here has a good heart. Not everyone out here has good intentions. Some people are wicked out here. And so the point that I am trying to bring across is that for sure we all want to be good people, and we all want to serve other people in the best way possible, right? We want to we want to help other people out, and we want to be there for other people. I'm not saying don't be there for other people, but what I'm really saying is that don't put the world first instead of your own children. Don't, because if you fail, yet again, I'm repeating this, if you fail to raise your children, the world will raise your children for you. And just imagine now if like some wicked person just raised your children on your behalf. Meanwhile, you were there. And this child just turns out to be, wow. No. This child turns out to be, I don't even have a word to describe, like the description of how this child might turn out. This child is eventually going to go into the world. A broken child. This child is broken. This child is broken into pieces. So now that child is going into the world, and you were so focused on saving the world. That's the thing. You save the world by saving your children. You raise the world by raising your children, because the person that you're sending out is eventually going to be part of the world. They're gonna make a contribution to the humankind. They're gonna make a contribution to how kind people are, to how generous people can be, to how loving people can be. So if that child is going broken onto the world, you lost. It's a loss either way. You thought that you were trying to save the majority instead of just starting at home. The word that they say most of the time is that charity begins at home, and saving the world begins at home. It begins at home. I think it should actually be stop trying to save other people and save your children. Yeah, charity begins at home. So yeah, guys, that is it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And don't forget to hit the follow button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And please do give me a rating. Follow me on Instagram at the Unique Light Podcast. And yeah, man, don't be so quiet. You guys are very quiet. That's it from me. Bye.